Happy sweet 16th birthday to my son, Henry. Let's celebrate with my top 10 favorite coming-of-age stories. What's up, beasties? It's Triple B, your friendly neighborhood bearded book beast. Welcome back to the channel, and welcome to a special episode. It's another top 10 list, but this one has a special meaning because today is my son's birthday, my one and only boy, my buddy, my sidekick, the Robin to my Batman. That's why I'm wearing my Batman shirt. I would not be the man that I am without this guy. Being his dad and watching him grow into this young man that I'm so proud of, who has a huge heart, is very talented, very smart, and just treats people with so much compassion and love and kindness that I could not be more proud of my son. So happy birthday, Henry. You are fantastic. You're awesome. And you're the best. Being your dad is the best thing I've ever done. So, he's 16. We've got an awesome day planned. He wants to go to this cool restaurant downtown Charlotte, North Carolina. That has a rooftop. He wants to go at sunset. He's a photography guy. He's all about the vibes. So that's going to be a lot of fun. But thinking of him turning 16 made me think, what are some of my favorite coming-of-age stories and books in fantasy, sci-fi, horror genre? So I thought of 10 that I have read. Again, these lists are always books that I have read, so there's probably a bunch that you think should be on here, and I probably haven't read them. So these are my top 10, preference from me, and ones that I've read. Always good to get that out of the way. So without further ado, let's dive into it. My top 10 coming-of-age books. Alright, first up is one that I'm just getting ready to wrap up. It's an indie book by Brian Wilson, and it's so much fun. Forsaken Planet, the first book in his Power of the Stars series. This is a blast. It's like Star Wars and Harry Potter mixed together. Kind of if Hogwarts taught you how to use the Force and Luke Skywalker went there instead of what he did. It's pretty cool. I'm having a blast with this. Look forward to more info about this when it comes. But our main character, Colton, is just fantastic. A fun character to follow and root for. He's a youngin', so you get to see him and his friends, old and new, and it's just a great ride watching them grow. And I can't wait to see where the series goes and how much they grow in the next few books. So, Power of the Stars series, Forsaken Planet. Next up, we've got another book I've just been reading in series, Ascendant, The Songs of Chaos by Michael R. Miller. I am having a blast with this. It is so much fun. I love Holt Cook and Ash the dragon, and it's cool because you see coming of age for both of them. They're both young, and they grow together and as the story grows, and I'm having a great time. This is a fantastic Dragon Rider fantasy. I highly recommend it if you haven't checked it out. Of course, Ash is blind, and dragons with disabilities or things wrong with them usually get killed, but Holt saves him, and they just strike up this bond and find themselves in the middle of this great war between good and evil, and it's just so good. I'm on book 3, and they just get better. I loved Ascendant, and Unbound was even better, and I'm sure book 3 is going to be even better. So I'm excited. Check it out. Book 4 just came out, so it's a great time to jump into this series. Next up, we've got another book by an indie author and booktuber, Philip Chase, The Way of Edan. I love this. I am so excited to be getting back into this series soon. Definitely going to dive back into it before the end of 2025 and finish it up. I can't wait. Philip's awesome. Check out his channel. Dr. Fantasy is the man. And look at this stunning, beautiful book, again, with illustrations in it. It is so awesome. But we have Day Raven in this, and I just love his character. I love Philip's writing style. I love the mix of hope and despair, of dark and light, of humor and sadness, action and slowing down to let the characters breathe and build. He is a fantastic writer, and I love this, and I've heard, again, that they get better with each book, so I cannot wait. But this one is awesome, so check it out if you haven't yet. It's really good. Way of Edan, Philip Chase, number 8. Number 6, this one would be higher up on this list if I was further in the series, but I've only read book 1. But I loved Blood and Fire by Ryan Cahill. I'm definitely getting into Bound and Broken, and I want to get all caught up definitely before the next book he writes comes out. But hopefully late fall into winter, I can just dive back in and just go nuts on this. Because by then I'll be caught up on Sun Eater, and I can just go haymaker on this bad boy series, because I really cannot wait to get into this. So, of course, it's very popular, his Dragon Rider fantasy. Lots of people talk about how great it is. I loved book 1, and I hear it gets even better from there, because he really starts to put his own sprinkle on it and his own flavor in it. This has a lot of things that will feel familiar. I loved the main character, the main cast. They're just young pups, and they have high dreams of adventure and doing good, and their journey is just beginning in this book, but I cannot wait to see where it goes down the road. So this is awesome. Definitely cannot wait to continue on. I'm sure it would be higher if I had read more books, but this one was enough to let me know that it's one of my top 10 coming-of-age books and series. For sure. All right, number 6. This one you may not always think of this as coming of age, but it is. All the characters start off as youngins, young pups, and they I gotta stop saying that. They all start out young, and they grow as it goes on. I'm talking about Game of Thrones, especially the Stark kids. You know, the main cast of characters. They grow, and Daenerys obviously also is young. So really, it is a coming of age. Doesn't always have happy endings, but man, I love this series. It's one of my favorite series. Some of the books are all in my top 10 books of all time. Game of Thrones is awesome. Check it out if you have not yet somehow, but definitely have awesome young characters who go through some crazy arcs in the series. Number 5, another series I'm working my way through. Empire of Silence. Good old Hadrian Marlowe. I love me some Hadrian. He is awesome. And this series is definitely going to be up in the top of my favorite series of all time. And so one of the books for sure will be in my top 10. Cannot wait to do those lists early 2026 and see where it lands once I'm all caught up. But this is so good. It's a story told in reverse. You kind of know how it ends. Your narrator is Hadrian Marlowe, but he's going to take you back through his life and see what things he went through and why he made the decisions he made to become the Sun Eater. But it's really good. Love Christopher's writing, and I love these books and the characters in the world. Just love it. Love it, love it, love it. So number 5, Hadrian Marlowe, coming of age story. Awesome. Number 4, I have an author with 2 series. One, we'll just get into it. Brandon Sanderson, of course, Mistborn. I've read Mistborn Era 1, loved the trilogy. Vin is fantastic. I love her story. I love her arc. But I also love Ellen's as well. So it's awesome. It's just good. Great fantasy story. It's a great gateway into fantasy. If you're someone who just read Harry Potter, Aragon, things like that, and you want to get a little more adult but not all the way into the heavy dark stuff, this is a great way to get into it. It was one of the things that I read and made me fall in love with fantasy again. So definitely Mistborn, Vin. And then also, I've only read Way of Kings, but man, I love it. And I feel like even though Kaladin is older, in the present timeline, you get flashbacks and you learn about his story, and that is kind of the coming of age part. And he's still pretty young, even in the present timeline. But and there's other young characters. and it's just really good. So either one of these, you can't go wrong with coming of age. All right, number 3, I've got another one of my favorite series, and it is Repairman Jack, starting with The Tomb. But you may be thinking, Chris, Triple B, Bearded Book Beast, Jack is an adult. How can this be coming of age? It's because F. Paul Wilson does something really cool with his books. You have the main series where Jack is an adult, but he goes back and he does a YA series of when Jack is young, which is really cool, especially because the characters that Jack interacts with come into play in the main series. But he doesn't just stop there. He goes back to when Jack is in his early 20s, and he first comes to New York City and starts repairing problems for others. So this encompassing story is a coming of age story for Jack, and it's just so good, and I really, really love it all. Look for a video deep dive on this soon. I want to do a lot more content, because more people need to read Repairman Jack. And these top 2, it was really tough to decide which one was going to be my number 1. And at the end of the day, I had to look at the scope and the fact that my number 1 has multiple characters who have coming of age arcs that I absolutely love. So number 2 is going to be from my boy Joe Abercrombie and Age of Madness, starting with A Little Hatred. You start off with some young characters, and through it you see them grow up and just have some wild arcs. Some in typical Joe Abercrombie fashion, you start off loving some and hating some, and then it flips, and by the end you love the one you hated and you despise the one you loved. He's just so good. It's so fun. The first trilogy, and pretty much the middle trilogy, the standalone trilogy, you focus more on older and adult characters, but in this one you really get a feel for some young characters who are connected to those older characters, which is even cooler. But man, this is such a great trilogy in general, but the characters that they're incredible. Some of my favorite characters of all time, if I did a character tier ranking, which I should do eventually, that'd be fun. But anyway, number 2, Age of Madness, so good. And number 1, my number 1 example of coming of age that I absolutely love is gotta be Red Rising by Pierce Brown. Darrow and Severo and Cassius and Victra and Mustang, and the list goes on because there are so many awesome characters in this book series that are young, but they just grow over these books, and you get to see them start as babes and then have their own babies and become parents and become adults, and they're dealing with all these deep things of social class and war. It's just so good. I cannot wait for Red God. Number 1, Red Rising. Oh, so good. And Darrow's awesome, but Severo, Cassius, all of them. Oh, it's just so good. It's so good. So there you have it. Really just 10 books, but I had a couple books for a couple authors to explain, so it looks taller than it is. But anyway, there's my top 10 coming of age stories. Let me know in the comments what you thought of these and what some of your favorite coming of age stories are, because I know you got some awesome ones that I either haven't heard of or that I haven't read yet. I know there's a lot that I want to read. So thanks for watching, Beasties. I hope you have a great day. I'm going to go celebrate my son, give him a big hug, and tell him how proud I am of him, and celebrate him being a 16-year-old. That's wild. It's crazy. Can't believe it. Take it easy, Beasties. I'll see you in the next one. And until I do, devour TBRs. Be brave, be beautiful to one another, and be beastly. We'll see ya.